Hi guys, this is Cece here from Cece Sharing Space. In this space, we share views and information on self-development and relationship building. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button and to receive notifications for the new videos. And also, don't forget to click on the like button. Enjoy, thank you.
Hi girls and boys, thank you again for tuning into my channel. I would like to continue with the topic, right? Okay, for example, you find that you're in a relationship and you find that your partner or your new boyfriend is actually using you. What do? You now find out that this person is calling you at night, it's giving all the red signs, and now you understand that this person is now using you. However, you already invested in the relationship, you really connected to this person. What do you do next? Okay, if you're uncomfortable with the situation, if you're very uncomfortable with the situation and you want to, for example, address it, okay, the best thing to do is to address it calmly. Speak to the person, say, hey guy, I'm not sure that I like this, so actually I feel very uncomfortable with you coming at night. I'm feeling uncomfortable because the relationship is only based on sex. This is my opinion according to the signs and your actions so far. So what do you feel about a time frame? You can only visit me from this time to this time. You can only call me at this time from this time. This is what I expect in a relationship. I expect a man to love me unconditionally, not to use me. I don't want to be used in my relationship. Speaking out like that directly to the person that you're dating, it makes the person understand that this is what you want straight away. That him calling you late at night and wanting phone sex and all the other stuff is not going to work. This person ignores you right through the day, spends very little time with you. You need to tell them these are my conditions. What I think is a best relationship, or a relationship that I like, where a man behaves like A, B, and C. You need to lay that down before this continues, because some woman will decide, well, I'm going to stay in the relationship because I'm afraid to lose him. You're actually fooling yourself, because that person, you're actually teaching that person now how to treat you. So he's seeing, okay, she's okay with me coming there late. She's okay with me demanding sex. She's okay with me wanting phone sex. So let me just continue. That's how he thinks in his head. So remember that men don't talk much. They're not emotional beings like females. We talk because we want to express ourselves. Men don't talk. They don't want to express themselves verbally. They're action people, as my husband says. We like action. We'll do action to show you how we love you, or even show you how we don't love you, that we only want to use you. So you need to pick up on those things and then address them straight away. Tell him that, guy, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm not taking this anymore because you're getting the wrong perception about me. I want a relationship where a man treats me like this with respect. And I'm expecting this from you. And then ask him as well if he has introduced you. Maybe you're 3 months dating. He has introduced you to any of his friends, any of his colleagues, any of his family. Ask that question. If you sit back and wait for him to do it automatically, it's not going to work. Remember that men are not mind readers. They cannot read our minds. We need to speak. So you're telling that guy, you know what, I haven't met your family yet. I don't know nothing about you. I haven't met your friends yet. I don't know, I haven't met your family, your siblings, your mother. Don't even go with mother, because that's the last thing a person you'll ever meets in a family if a man's not serious. That's the last person that you'll meet, they'll introduce you to. The mother and his father, if it's very his core family members. But his siblings, like his sisters, his cousins, even his friends, his close friends, he needs to introduce you to them. And this is what I found very overwhelming in my dating before I got married with my husband. That I met those siblings online. I met them, because my husband was out of the country, he's not from here. However, at least he made an effort. But I know there are some people dating the African men and they haven't even met the family. Within a month, 3 months, you should have met somebody in the guy's family, so you can see that he's actually willing to introduce you to his family, that he's not hiding you, is not ashamed of you. He's serious in relationship. You're not just a booty call. There's nothing in life more painful than you being used for sex. Because then you're just a tool, as something that's left to entertain himself. So as a woman, we need to speak out. I've noticed that most women are afraid to talk. In the first 3 months that you know your man, you're dating him, you should know his family, you should know a lot about him, which school he went to, his best food, his favorite foods, things that he likes, his best sports and stuff. You need to know things about that guy. You need to have met at least a few people in his family by the time you're dating for 6 months. You should have went out with him and been seen in the public where he introduced you to his friends. Because then if you're 6 months dating with a guy and you haven't been out in public with him, then you should question that. So those are things you need to do. If you find out that this man is now acting funny, he's acting somewhat, he's hiding you, he could be even using you. You need to address these things. You need to speak to that person and say, guy, or even girl, I need to meet your family. I don't know nothing about you. I need to meet your friends. I need to know that you are a legitimate person, that you really care for me and you want to be seen with me in public. Because that's very important. You cannot be dating somebody for 2 years and you haven't met anybody. And it actually gets to the point where you're dating a person for 2 years and you don't know anybody in anybody in his family. And even going as far as having sex with that person, he's speaking about things like, I love you, I want to be with you, but he hasn't introduced you to his family. How can you be with him when he has introduced you to his family? So you need to ask those questions. You need to see, check his Facebook, check how he behaves on Facebook, check his friends, check his notices if he's a social media person, which in most cases in these days it is like that. However, I'm not saying don't stalk the person. I'm not saying stalk him. Don't stalk him. Don't try and go into his Facebook and sneak. If he hasn't invited you, address it with him and ask him, "But guy, I know you got a Facebook account. I see you haven't invited me. Why?" And put it out there so you can see where he's coming from. Even a lady, you need to see exactly what type of pictures she puts out there. What a person posting on social media about themselves will tell you so much more about them than what you can hear from them, because they might not tell you these things. But on Facebook, social media, Instagram, they cannot hide who they are. If they're slay queens, you'll see straight away that this person is really a slay queen or whatever they're doing. You can see it in social media. You can see in their posts. If it's negative posts, if it's uplifting posts, you will check all that on social media. But it doesn't mean you need to go now and try and break into his account. You need to speak to that person, and then they must invite you, and then you will check and see all their invites, their friends, and the stuff that person talks about. Because by the time you reach 2 years, you're dating somebody, you haven't met anybody in his life, you don't know anything about his social media, he hasn't invited you, but you've been having regular sex with this person. He's probably even taking you out, yes. He's spending some money on you, but you haven't met anybody in his life. There's big secrets, questions that are not answered. Like, does this person have a child? Some men will hide it until the girl comes knocking on the door. When you so in love with that person, so in love and so connected to the relationship, you get a phone call or a knock on the door saying that, so I'm so and so, why are you dating my man? Why are you dating the father of my child? We're still seeing each other. So all those things are important for you to check this. Don't stalk him, but check it out. Be very subtle about it. Don't be aggressive, because if he, for example, if he's hiding something, he cannot hide it forever. However, that's also part of it, because sometimes some people can be so-called used for a long time and have no idea they're being used. That's why it's important for you. It's past 6 months now, you're still dating, you don't know nothing about him. You need to find out more about your man, or you need to find out more about you or the woman you're dating, to understand how they are. So you can decide if you want this to be a long-term thing. So you can decide if you want this person to be a long-term feature in your life. If this person's going to be maybe probably a husband or a wife or something. And by the way, if you're having sexual activities with a person and you're not married, you should be protecting yourself. You should be using condoms. You should be preventing unwanted babies. That's very important, to protect yourself in every way possible, emotionally, spiritually, even financially, because you don't know what's going to happen if you trust a person out like that. And when, for example, you're not having protected sex in a person and you fall pregnant, if you're female, you fall pregnant or she fall pregnant, and then you're shocked like, hi, I didn't plan this thing, what happened? But you were engaged in activities which would lead you there. And then later you find that, oh no, she was only using me. She wanted she wanted something to hold herself to me. That's why you need to be aware. So a person that's using you, if you don't detect that, they can actually end up in destroying your life. So you need to be very, very, very careful about that and have honest discussions. If you're feeling suspicious about your partner, ask them, guy, I'm feeling this now. I'm feeling like there's something wrong. Can you please help me? Can you please tell me why this is like this and that? So however it is, you need to speak. Open communication in relationship is very important, and people ignore it all the time because we're always trying to hide the worst parts of us. If a man can find out that you have a child and he still loves you, or a man can find out that you have these terrible habits but he still loves you, still wants to be with you, that's a relationship. Because hiding that you think it's going to break the relationship might even make those relationships stronger. So it's best for you to talk, you see, so that that person is not being used and you not being used, because it can happen in both ways. Okay, thank you so much once again. I'm going to end my video right here. This is a wonderful topic. You can go in different, look at it in different angles. However, yeah, come to my end there for this for now. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I hope this video is very helpful to you. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment and click the notification button.